In today's market update video, we're going to be looking at the different trade opportunities setting up, and we are also going to be looking at how we achieved 4.08% up this month, or in other words, £4,080 on a 100k account. This and more in this market update video. Hi traders, thank you for joining the Master Markets team today and supporting us in our mission to spread the truth of trading and help you achieve consistent performance. It is Tirunapon here, founder of Master Markets, Illitrace Conference and the Traders Open Day. So here we are on this market update for June, and you can see that first of all, we'll carry on with the trade opportunities in the various markets and instruments, and then we'll carry on to look at our June performance, okay? Now, in terms of the different topics that you can learn from, in terms of the educational perspective, you can watch our previous market update videos or our YouTube channel, where we've got tons and tons of quality content for you guys, okay? Right, so let's take a look at any trade opportunities setting up. In terms of dollar yen, it is exhausting itself towards the upside, as you can see also on the weekly as well. It's been going on bottom to top move for more than 30 weeks, okay? Actually, much more than 30 weeks. If you take a look at it, this upward point has been going since March all the way to now, okay, in terms of June. So March, I'm talking about 2020, and all the way up to 2022. So over 2 years, we've got a bottom move moving upwards. But that's open equity diminishing. So whenever we take a long position on the daily, we are a bit more cautious. Okay, so that's on the long side in terms of the uptrend. I'll wait for some correction before we can take a look at the upward trend continuing.
If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that like icon. If you haven't joined our channel yet, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications immediately when we post up quality content like this, and especially to get our live trading updates sent directly to your phone.
In terms of cable, it had a continuation move towards the downside today with this breakout bar. It's been consolidating for quite some time after the Bank of England rates announcement, and now it's taking a dip to the south, to the downside. Now you can see that at the moment it's a downtrend phase 2. What are we looking at on the weekly? Yes, there's a bit more open equity towards the downside is what we are seeing. But however, in terms of the overall positions, the weekly positions and all of that, the waves and all of that, it's diminishing to the downside. So I would just be a bit cautious. And also in terms of a fundamental perspective of 120 level as well. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking at. So even if you ride it on the downside, take it with caution and maybe reduce your percentage risk on it. Aussie dollar, on the other hand, has taken a dip more to the downside. We did take this trade following on from 29 June. So far, it's in a good position so far here. On Aussie dollar, more open equity to the downside, only that the weekly is in wave 5, so be cautious over there. Aussie dollar, yes, I would say that on both time frames, it's one of the more higher probability trades compared to dollar yen and GBP USD. In terms of euro yen, we got a downside, a top to bottom move at the moment after its uptrend move. Now, is open equity to the lower side? Yes, there's more open equity to the downside, but on the weekly, we just got to be careful. It's just a small retracement on an uptrend, okay? So just be careful on that. Euro dollar, on the other hand, traders, you can see over here, it's still consolidating, top to bottom move still. Weekly, it's not correlating. It's a downtrend at the moment as well. So not a well correlated trade over there. In terms of dollar Swiss, let's take a look at the moment. In terms of dollar Swiss, that's a bottom looking to get confirmed, a potential bottom looking to get confirmed today. In terms of the weekly, that is just a correction in terms of a phase one move of uptrend. We did have a bit of a consolidation as well before, as you can see. This is the advantage of quantifying your tops and bottoms, is a bit more clearer as well to see where the compressions are happening. So I would say that there's a high probability that this move will carry on towards the upside. Okay, just taking a glance at the monthly, yeah, so that's looking good too. So it's an upward side movement. So yeah, pretty good, decent opportunity there on the dollar Swiss. So something to consider. But in terms of the daily, it's a downtrend, so be cautious in terms of that. But in terms of the weekly, there's a high chance that it can go movement towards the upward direction.
For those of you who are unsure of any of the terminology or the concepts in this video, watch our free Trader Starter Pack 5-day video course as shown in Empire Cinema. It is educational, entertaining, and covers basics and advanced content with cross-transferable principles for trading and investments. It pertains to both beginners and intermediate traders, all dedicated towards helping you achieve consistent performance. Go ahead and register for it on the link below.
So Dow Jones, on the other hand, again, back to its a downtrend movement here, phase one again, more open equity, I would definitely say towards the downside is what we're looking at. So let's take a look how that plans out to be in the coming days. Weekly, it's correlating too. There's a lot of open equity here. So I would say in terms of open equity left, Dow Jones really scores quite high, and also Aussie dollar too. Okay. Now, FTSE on the other hand, more open equity to the downside too. Weekly, yes, that's a downtrend, high open equity there too. So I would say that would be a great probability trade. Silver, we are trading this at the moment as well. That's going further down too. More open equity to the downside as well as weekly. We saw an opportunity there too. Okay, still more open equity to the downside. It's diminishing to the downside, so I would say aggressive stops would be useful. Gold, on the other hand, as you can see, it's still more to the down, more open equity to the downside. Correlating with the weekly, there's still more open equity to the downside as it just confirmed with this bar. Okay, so that would be one. Brent oil, on the other hand, bit of a consolidation, still maintaining this bottom. Could be more open equity to the upside from the weekly perspective, still an interruption here. However, the only thing that I'm cautious of fundamentally, it's the price of oil. How much more can it go past government regulations and trade and export, export and import regulations as well. Ripple, on the other hand, open equity just confirmed to the downside in terms of weekly. It's also a downtrend as well. And in terms of the monthly, that's SMC, single market compression. Level to really look out for is 10 cents. If it does break that, then we are also in a downtrend on a monthly perspective as well. Okay. Bitcoin, let me just quickly just take a look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin here is at 19,000 at the moment. Full downtrend here. Open activity diminishing to the downside. Bottom probably appearing with a primary there. Weekly, yes, also a downtrend over here that is showing. Monthly, still an uptrend retracement, okay, with this phase two movement. And, monthly. Ethereum as well, it's in a downtrend on the weekly as well. In terms of the daily, it's also a downtrend. In terms of the monthly, still up, same as Bitcoin. It's leveling out. Let's see if it reaches near a bottom there. Level to really look out for, it's $8.60. If it does drop below that, then It's definitely changed its trend, even $70, I would say. $70, if you go past that, then officially we're in a downtrend. Even on the monthly as well, has really lost its price valuation over there. So those are all the different instruments. Out of that, I would say the higher probability ones would be Aussie dollar correlating, Dow Jones, and the FTSE. Okay, so these are the ones that we'll be looking at as of now. Right, traders. So that's in terms of the market opportunities, the trade opportunities over there. In terms of our performance for June, let's take a look at that. So over here, as you can see, in terms of the elite room for June gone, it is primary runners. We had a 2.34% up. It was contributed by Dollar Swiss, which was a really great trade that we did. We'll be talking more about that in our Momentum Monthly sessions too, which happens every month for our members, MTM members. CI 4.0, 20% OE, 1.10% up. 100 pips, 0.33% up. Overall, 3.77% up in the elite room. In terms of the live trading room, lift off small profit, 0.30% for June. Negative for TSL primary, 0.74% is contributed by dollar yen mainly. Dollar yen not really was actually by the other commodities. And in terms of 80% OE, 0.76%, quite a chunk of it was taken away by dollar yen, which had hit the initial stop. Overall, with still small profit, 0.31% profit. Overall, across both the trading rooms, 3.77% up. On the elite room, live trading room, 0.31%, overall 4.08%. Now, if 1% is £1,000, that would be £4,080 up so far for June. Okay, more than associating your 1% with how much profit you can make, always analyze your drawdowns first on how much drawdown you can make. So, for example, if your combination of your strategies can make a maximum drawdown of 10%, then associate a figure with that 10% of drawdown. That means if, let's say, you had a 20K account to trade on, if you are happy in terms of taking a £5,000 drawdown here, which would be 20% of this account, then you can associate 1% to £500 over here. Okay, that's how you can do it. There's another way of risk management as well, or the typical one is, as we always do, 1% of the account capital, 20,000, then you just put £200 all the way through. This is another way of doing it too. Okay, right. So that's all on this. We've talked more about the drawdown side, on how the position size and everything as well, on our previous market update videos and other videos, live trading videos as well. So you can definitely take a look at that. In terms of here, 4.08%, if you had 1%, you associated with £1,000, that'd be £4,080 up in June. All right, traders, that's pretty much that from me. Just a quick reminder, if any of you are unsure of any of the terminologies of the open equity concept that we are designing all these strategies on, definitely take a look at our Trader Starter Pack video series, 5-day video series. 12 years of collected research taught by institutional quants for beginner and advanced traders. Okay, definitely watch that. Very high quality training material, all to help you towards achieving consistent performance. All right, traders, that's all from me. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.
If you want to get notified every time we put a video up, especially on our live trading update videos, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications icon. This will get the YouTube algos to kick in and for you to join us in our mission to spread the truth of trading further, so that traders like you can benefit from our videos to trade like a master, achieve consistent performance, and change lives.